She's starting with a breakfast attack? Breakfast? Silence. Am I still asleep? It doesn't hurt. It's really a dream, ahahaha ahahaha. No, it's not. Goddess Xiao Ninger actually bought breakfast for that trash Ni Li. Is it because he talked back to the lecturer and was made to stand as punishment? I also want to talk back to the lecturer. That's not it. What's happening? How did Xiao Ninger gain interest in Ni Li? And actually took the initiative to show her affection. She should already be engaged to elder brother. That's strange. Why would she take the initiative to show her affection towards a nameless boy? Xiao Ninger, can I sit down and eat together with you? Du Zi, please don't sit on me. Can I? Alright, say yes, say yes, say yes. Sits down. Whoa, Lu Piao, Du Zi, come eat with us as well. Ah, can I? Goddess Ninger actually said my name. Wah, I'm just going to bask in Ni Li's glory then. Hee hee. Oi, use chopsticks. You little rascal. When did you hit up our goddess Ninger? Spill the beans. I didn't, we're just normal friends. Tisk, who'd believe that? Hey, would a normal friend bring you breakfast? Maybe she needs my help for something. Enough nonsense, class is starting. It's time for us to stand at the back. Shen Shu. She seems to be in a good mood. You lot, return to your seats for class. There are VIPs coming today to observe the lesson. We actually don't need to stand today. Maybe something good happened. Appears. Beginner class seats are really small. Is this another method of torture? No, no. You're the only one antagonizing her. Today we will talk about inscriptions. Whether we're a practitioner or demon spiritualist, inscriptions are very important. They're divided into two types, device inscriptions and battle inscriptions. Device inscriptions are embedded onto equipment and will greatly enhance the user's and equipment's prowess, especially for demon spiritualist. High-level inscripted armor and weaponry will enable one to exhibit powers beyond their limits. As for battle inscriptions, they're etched onto scrolls. Utilizing spirit soul power to activate the scroll, one is able to generate explosive combat prowess. Inscriptions are the culmination of our ancestors' wisdom. They first appeared in the Snow Wind Empire and perfected over thousands of years. However, in the Dark Ages, human civilization suffered a catastrophic siege from demons and beasts. As of such, Glory City has only inherited a small portion of these inscriptions. Inscriptions are classified into three types: Snow Wind inscriptions, Sacred Fire inscriptions and Battle Edge inscriptions. They are differentiated by their natures, Snow Wind, Fire, or non-elemental. We will first talk about device inscriptions. Descendants from the sacred family possess quite profound knowledge. They're more than qualified to teach these kids. Holy Orchid Institute Vice Principal Yi Sheng. There are also a few talented students here, such as Yi Zian or Shen Yu and Xiao Ninger. Holy Orchid Institute Vice Instructor Lu Yi. What do you think? Who is this elder? He's acting so indifferently towards Vice Principal Yi Sheng. Is he ranked higher than the principal? We'll start with the Sacred Fire inscription. For Sacred Fire inscriptions, our sacred family is best in this area. There are a total of 66 basic inscriptions. For example, this Scarlet Flame Explosion inscription. This is a Scarlet Flame Explosion inscription, a creation of the first generation of the sacred family. It's the most powerful green bronze inscription. This inscription is formulated from the 36 basic foundation inscriptions, and is the most complex amongst green bronze inscriptions. Next we will talk about the 36 basic foundation inscriptions. Psi, clearly the Sacred Fire basic inscriptions number over 600. In Ni Li's travels across the continent, he became fluent in 7 languages and gained a century's worth of experience practicing in the demon spirit book's temporal space. He gathered extensive knowledge from the classics, and his achievements are not something Shen Shu and her family can compare with. I haven't slept in past 7 days. I'll rest for a little bit. That boy dares to sleep just as the class began. He is embarrassing our Holy Orchid Institute. Luckily, this gentleman didn't comment. Apprentice introductory classes will inevitably have a mix of talents and delinquents. I'll teach this student a good lesson later. Their parents paid so much for them to learn, not for them to sleep in class. Nods. Ni Li, you again. Completely ignoring me. I have VIPs sitting back there and you actually dared to sleep during class. Ni Li. What? Haha, Ni Li's doomed this time. Daring to sleep in my class. Do you understand everything already? Yeah. Huh? Fine. Then tell me about the inscription up here. Walking back to the podium. Squint. This is a low-level fire class inscription that just barely reaches green bronze grade. It's formed from the 38 foundation methods inscription, with low firepower. Just enough to boil water. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha, so hilarious. He didn't listen at all. Obviously it's the 36 foundation methods. The scarlet flame explosion inscription being used to boil water. Ha 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 ha. You're saying my clan's green bronze inscription can only be used to boil water? Ni Li actually very talented. Why does he hide it and act dumb? Ha, so funny. It's not funny. The red blaze scorching explosion inscription does originate from the 38 foundation methods inscription. However, with your understanding, it isn't wrong to say it's from the 36 methods. But, trying please the crowd. After achieving a certain level in inscription research, one will discover there are 2 inscriptions in the scarlet flame explosion. It's actually composed of 2 basic method inscriptions. How can this student tell? Was it a random guess? This inscription method originates from the Book of Divine Lightning Fire Volume 7. Its original name should be Lightning Flame Burst Inscription, comprising of 60 inscription methods and considered to be somewhat complex. However, some fool cut out the lightning-related portion and randomly changed a few things, resulting in this nondescript scarlet flame explosion inscription. There's no actual combat potential and is only fit for sacred fire inscription practitioners to practice with. Book of Divine Lightning Fire? What's that? Nonsense. There is no such scripture called the Book of Divine Lightning Fire. Instructor Shen Shu must be very well educated. If she says it doesn't exist, then it shouldn't exist. Book of Divine Lightning Fire? I borrowed that book from the library. I have it here. This copy only has the first volume translated. The rest of it is written in the Snow Wind Empire's language. I put it aside because I couldn't understand it and forgot about it. Yi Sheng, send someone to the library to retrieve a copy of the Book of Divine Lightning Fire. Right away. Let me see. Book of Divine Lightning Fire Volume 7. Volume 7. There's too many diagrams and I don't understand the Snow Wind Empire's ancient language. So it's hard to find. I guess you happened to see the book in a corner of the library but didn't understand what was written. Then you claimed the scarlet flame explosion comes from this book. You ridiculous and arrogant child. I won't allow our sacred family ancestors be slandered. If you are unable to find the inscription, I'll go to the sacred committee myself to report that you have insulted the ancestors. Instructor Shen Shu, aren't you being a bit hasty saying something like that? Yuan Zhao, please turn to Volume 7 page 30. Take a look at diagram 6 on that page. Instructor Shen Shu, the Book of Divine Lightning Fire should be much older than your first-generation sacred family head, right? Sacred family? You fame seekers. They've always lived under the claim of being the sacred god inscription inheritors, always bragging how outstanding and talented their ancestors were, creating inscriptions and saving Glory City from misery. And when Glory City was being defeated, all the families fought for the city. Yet it was only your sacred family who hid all the strong members of your family members in the Patriarch Mountains, to conserve your strength. This caused the west gate you were in charge of to be easily broken down. The snow wind monsters marched right through and indiscriminately slaughtered everyone, and the survivors were forced to abandon their hometown. Traitors! I'll let the people of Glory City see the true colors of this sacred family. Page 30, Diagram 6. This. Wow. This. It's the same as what Ni Li said. Ni Li is purposely slandering our sacred family. Henth, getting angry? Sacred family members are all the same. They won't reflect upon themselves. So my first-generation household head referenced it from somewhere. What of it? Haha. Looks like Professor Shen Shu isn't too familiar with the demon spiritualist regulations? Do you need me to tell you? Demon spiritualist regulations are the standards for the demon spiritualist code of conduct and have been passed down for over 3 centuries. Almost every demon spiritualist will abide by these regulations. Demon Spiritualist Regulation Number 161. If sectioning or copying the inscription from another demon spiritualist, one must cite the source accordingly, and should not claim the inscription to be their own. If it's only referencing to adapt the strong points of the lightning flame inscription in order to create inscriptions is one thing. But the first-generation household head of the sacred family just copied half of the inscription and claimed it as his own. That's too. Yikes. To criticize an ancestor. Sinful. Unless the first sacred family patriarch had reasons he couldn't reveal? The first sacred family patriarch was really like that? Reportedly, the first sacred family patriarch was only a gold-ranked demon spiritualist, but is a master when it came to inscriptions. That sacred family has always been called the inheritor of the sacred fire inscription. Now it looks like the Scarlet Flame Explosion inscription was just copied from the classics. I've flipped through the Snowwind inscription contents, and there are many inscriptions which are copied or sectioned from the classics. But they always cite the external source, and they don't claim to be their originals. This is the demon spiritualist's code of conduct. Any noble demon spiritualist would do this. Ni Li. Our sacred family has over 3 centuries of history, and is one of the top 3 major families of Glory City. It's not for someone like you, the child of an ordinary family, to slander. This Scarlet Flame Explosion inscription is written in the notes of first sacred family patriarch. When we descendants discovered it after tidying his notes, must have mistook it as the first-generation household head's creation. That's nothing unusual. Henth, as expected of the sacred family. Twisting reason and finding an excuse to push away all responsibilities. Things aren't looking good. In my last life, this guy who was engaged to Yi Zian immediately fled during the attacks of the Snowwind monsters. Going as far as to say he is from a prominent family and I'm from an ordinary family. Such an obvious threat. Student Shen Yu's so overbearing. Fortunately, Glory City has strict laws, or else I'll worry that the sacred family will make me dead. As one of the prominent families, the sacred family will ensure my safety, no? If something were to happen to me, I'm afraid it might stain the sacred family's reputation. Hee. Damn it. Whoosh. Here is the Book of Divine Lightning Fire. Copying. This is quite a scandal for the sacred family. This book is written in an ancient language, and I can only understand fragments. How talented is Ni Li? Lu Yi. I just checked the student records. Ni Li only has a red soul realm. Nods. Such a pity. So knowledgeable, yet he has such poor aptitude. Otherwise, he would have had a bright future ahead of him. Yi Sheng. Arrange the position of collection deacon for him. Yes, the Lord intends to protect Ni Li? Presently, the people of Glory City all emphasize personal skill and cultivation. Not many that can settle down to research the ancient classics. Although Ni Li's talent is poor, He possesses profound knowledge and is even able to decipher the Book of Divine Lightning Fire. Being the collection deacon will allow him to research many more of these classics. At the same time, working at Holy Orchid Institute will prevent the sacred family from troubling him. I'll remember what happened today. A professor actually threatening their student publicly in class. What a joke. No need for you to find me, I'll come to you. I can't antagonize the sacred family too much yet. I'm still too weak. Have you heard? There's a guy in the practitioner beginner class who discovered the sacred family's scarlet flame explosion inscription to be copied. Their instructor was even talking about the inscription during class. She must be embarrassed. There were even rumors the sacred family head was rejected a meeting with the city lord. Haha. Seems like the engagement between Shen Yu and Yi Zian has been called off. Vice Principal Yi Sheng. Ni Li is disrespectful and rude. He even publicly talks back to his instructor during class. I request Vice Principal Yi Sheng to expel him. With Ni Li's knowledge, even if he is unable to become a demon spiritualist, he may become a distinguished patron. Furthermore, Ni Li has gotten the recognition of that esteemed lord. But Shen Shu is from the sacred family. I have to show respect. Let me think about this matter. After all, it will leave quite a large impact to expel a student. Vice Principal, what's there to think about? I request for Ni Li to be expelled. Or else I won't be able to continue teaching this class. Shen Shu doesn't know when to back off. He. In that case, why don't I let you teach another class? Damn geezer. He means to protect Ni Li? That's not necessary. I'll let this matter slide. The apprentice exam will be in 2 months. If Ni Li places in the bottom 3 of the apprentice class, in accordance to the Holy Orchid Institute's rules, he'll be expelled. Oh? Ho. That's not a problem. Hemph. Clack. Shen Shu is just banking on the fact that she's a sacred family member, so she's acting so arrogantly. With his knowledge, Ni Li won't end up in the bottom 3. Even if he did, the Lord would surely try to recruit Ni Li. Once Ni Li accepted Holy Orchid Institute's employment, he became the library's collection deacon. Even with nothing to do, he still gets a monthly salary of 300 demon spirit coins. But what Vice Principal Yi Sheng doesn't realize is how beneficial the Lord's instruction to arrange for Ni Li's employment will be for the Holy Orchid Institute. Ni Li, isn't that a bad thing to offend the sacred family? Who cares, as long as it feels good. I know my limits. Since we've been skipping class for the last few days, Shen Shu must be happy. The 3 other students who got punished to stand at the back with Ni Li. Although they only posses a red soul realm, they are passionate youths. In the final battle of Glory City, they sacrificed their lives with Du Zi. Although they weren't close with Ni Li in his last life, they're all trustworthy brothers. I bought 6 sets of beginner's soul crystals. I want to test your physique. Physique test? Didn't we do that already when we enrolled? My test is different. An unused soul crystal is the most sensitive when used to test a person's soul realm and will be extremely accurate. Once 2 or more people repeatedly use the same piece of beginner's soul crystal, it will become polluted and can only test a person's soul realm grade and soul power strength. Other than testing for the soul realm grade and soul power strength, what else can be tested? The form of one's soul realm, as well as their soul realm attributes. What does that mean? Everyone take 1 soul crystal. You should keep one with you at all times. This soul crystal can be used for soul power below 500. After exceeding a soul power of 500, an intermediate crystal should be used. This soul crystal costs more than 1,000 demon spirit coins. How could we accept such an expensive item? That's right, we can't accept such a gift. As long as it's from Ni Li, accept it. Unless you don't see us as brothers. If you put it like that. Thanks Ni Li. Ni Li. From now on, you're our big brother. Let us know if you need anything done. With you as my brothers, then anything I do will produce better results. Du Zi, you will take the test first. It's just like the entrance exam. Du Zi, you've improved so quickly. You've already reached 52 soul power. You possess the lightning fire attribute. On top of that, your soul realm is the heavenly thundercloud form. No wonder Du Zi's improvement speed was so much faster compared the others. The heavenly thundercloud form with lighting fire type talent is a perfect match. Too bad, Du Zi practiced the sacred fire inscription back then. Reaching gold level 1 was already pushing his limits. What is a lightning fire type in the heavenly thundercloud form? Red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, blue, purple. These 7 types of soul realm colors represent every person's unique character and talent. Some soul realms are easier to practice than others, but that doesn't mean the red soul realm is useless. As long as we find suitable techniques, even if the person has a red soul realm, they can display explosive power. Those who insist on classifying soul realm talent into levels are all idiots. Were the legendary warriors who created Glory City all idiots? Du Zi's yellow soul C belongs to the lightning fire category, and the heavenly thundercloud soul C is most effective when combined with lightning fire type techniques and inscriptions. The Tian Lin demon beast is the most suitable demon spirit. If these conditions are fulfilled, his potential will be shocking. However, if other inscriptions are practiced, one's growth will be much slower. Too bad Glory City's lightning fire techniques are incomplete. Even if they're recorded, they are all written in the ancient languages. That's right. Ni Li. Ni Li can even understand the library's Book of Divine Lightning Fire. Ni Li, you talked about the Book of Divine Lightning Fire during class. Do you know about other lightning fire techniques? Haha. Of course. With me around, there's nothing to worry about. I've memorized all 69 chapters of the Book of Divine Lightning Fire, and all are very strong techniques. Heavenly Scarlet Lightning Technique? No, that's too potent and can easily harm one's meridians during practice. How about the Heavenly Qilin Technique? That set's suitable for Du Zi's physique. However, the Heavenly Qilin Technique includes techniques the creator never tried themselves. From the script, there seems to be no issue with the first 9 levels, but the last 3 levels. You'll learn the Heavenly Qilin Technique. From what I know, it's one of the top 3 lightning fire techniques. I'll teach you the formula now and write it down for you later. You can start now. It's already a feat to reach level 9. As for how Du Zi will complete the remaining 3 levels, it all depends on fate. I've memorized it. Chant slyantly. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Such a powerful technique. By simply chanting the formula, it has actually activated my soul realm. I can already feel my soul force increasing. In the next few days I will write down the detailed formula of each level for you. It's possible. I can do it. I can change my parents', my family's life. If I diligently cultivate the Heavenly Qilin Technique, I can change their destinies. I'll never forget your kindness in gifting me this Heavenly Qilin Technique. Ni Li, if you ever need me in the future, even if I have to put my life at stake, if I, Du Zi, hesitate for one moment, I'll willingly suffer heaven's retribution. Don't say that, we're brothers. It's just a technique. Listening to you guys gave me goosebumps. Brothers must share both fortune and woe together. Ni Li, I only have a red soul C. Am I also fit to practice soul power? Of course. Everyone can. Even for those with a red soul C, they only need to practice techniques that are most suitable for them. Okay, look at me next. Arg. Speechless. That's really pathetic. Red soul C, chaos attribute, scarlet sun form. Scarlet sun form is rather common, but for it have the chaos attribute, is only something that occurs in 1 in 10,000 people. Why don't you try practicing the Holy Primal Chaos Technique? Holy Primal Chaos Technique? Is it strong? Of course. It's on par with the heavenly Qilin technique. On top of that, there's no need for rigorous practice, you only need to nurture your body's chaos force. It's very suitable for you. But whether or not you can reach the top levels, it all depends on you. Heh, I don't need to reach the peak. I'll be satisfied as long as I can become a one-star silver demon spiritualist. I don't know what the creator of the Holy Primal Chaos technique would think, if he knew the extent of Lu Piao's ambition. As the chaos force accumulates in the body, one's advancement speed will also rise abnormally. Even if you want to keep your silver status, it'll be impossible. My turn. Ni Li helped Wei Nan and the others test their attributes, and taught them techniques accordingly. Although they weren't as strong as the Heavenly Qilin technique or the Holy Primal Chaos technique, all of them received top-tier techniques that fit their attributes. I should test out my own. I took too many skewed paths in my previous life. I practiced too many pointless and miscellaneous techniques, making it harder and harder to train in the later stages. Now I'll find the most suitable one for me. Poofed. Don't laugh. Soul power still only at 5. A red soul C, scattered in form, no attributes. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. So this is what my soul realm was like. No cohesive form or attributes. Known to be the weakest soul realm type. Oblivious to this, I practiced all sorts of techniques, making it even more chaotic. No wonder it was so hard to achieve a breakthrough, even after practicing so long in the temporal demon spirit book space. So that's the reason. Soul realms without attributes are unstable, and the easiest to change. So, the best techniques for a non-attribute soul C. There are 3 types. Heavenly God technique. Among the 3, the Heavenly God technique is the most profound and most difficult to practice. War God technique. The War God technique is extremely overbearing. Void God technique. The Void technique is the most mysterious and unknown. Comparing the end results, the Heavenly God technique is the best choice. The Heavens Tao is inclusive to all, just like a non-attribute soul realm. If I'm successful in mastering it, then I can practice all the attributed techniques, gaining immeasurable power, and creating my own path. When practicing normal techniques, the soul C can only contain one spirit, which is then changed when a stronger spirit is obtained. But the Heavenly God technique allows the soul realm to house 7 different attributed spirits. With every combination, the power will increase explosively, and the resulting power will be unimaginable. So what if my speed will be much slower by practicing the Heavenly God technique? No matter. This is the so-called path to greatness. I'll start off with basic foundation practice. I'll strengthen my foundation and increase my spirit levels. Ni Li seems to have already started practicing. We should start as well. Yeah, I shouldn't focus on the training speed, but focus on building a solid foundation. During next few days of class, Ni Li and company stayed in the library's room to practice instead. They only left enough time to eat and rest. The 3rd day. Sigh. Search, 30 points. Hee, what will Shen Shu think when she sees this? The beginner apprentice class. They've been absent for a few days. And it's almost time for my treatment. Ni Li didn't forget about it, right? Ninger has been quite absent-minded lately. She isn't secretly in love with Ni Li? What's so good about that guy? Looks back. Humph. Is he training somewhere? Does Ni Li think by only working hard, he can raise his soul power from 5 to 100 in 2 months? Too bad you're a useless piece of trash with a red soul realm. Prepare to quit school in 2 months. This is the price you pay for talking back to me. Among the 7 colors of the soul realm, red is the lowest grade. Only a handful of them have achieved silver rank in Glory City's centuries-long history. Unless a miracle occurs, a red soul realm's soul power is limited to roughly 600. And the higher you go, the harder it will be to improve. 600 at most? Then the maximum level I can achieve is 5-star bronze level? Tisk. Some things are predestined. You have to surrender to your fate. For example, some people are born with a silver spoon, while others are second-rate commoners. Glory City is constantly under threat of being attacked by demon beasts. Yet instructor Shen Shu is still creating friction between the commoners and nobles. She's totally ignoring the bigger picture. Damn it. If only Ni Li were around, he'd definitely stand up for us. After class, Ni Li said in 2 months' time, he can raise his soul force from 5 to 100. But honestly, isn't he shooting a bit too high? I agree. Even a genius with green soul force might not be able to do it. But I hope Ni Li does it. I hate that hypocritical woman. Me too. Although our hope's a bit dim. Ni Li? Humph, being rude to elders and talking back to a superior family. He's really the black sheep of us nobles. Some people just like to hang out with commoners, what can we do? Evening. I'm full. Most people just left for dinner, so there's less people here. Ni Li, my soul strength has reached 89 points. I should be breaking through to 1-star bronze in a week. Not bad. In 2 weeks, looks like all of you will be reaching 1-star bronze level. We need to get some elixirs. With them, our training speed will increase exponentially. That's right. We're already improving so fast without elixirs. If we had them, I wonder how shocking our progress will be. But where can we get elixirs? The cheapest still cost 10,000 per piece. That's right. Although killing horned sheep earned us quite a bit, we're still only left with 10,000 after purchasing those soul crystals. Why don't you guys carry on cultivating? I have something to do tonight, so I won't be joining you. I'll also think of something to increase our current 10,000 demon spirit coins. Hey, will you be okay on your own? Need me to accompany you? I have to provide treatment for Xiao Ninger tonight. If I can cure her, it will be no small achievement. Nope, no need. Aha, so be it. Oh, okay. Then don't complain later about leaving you behind when my cultivation's way higher than yours. With your training attitude, how will you surpass Ni Li? Why do you have so much to say? Haha. Yi Zian. Calm down, calm down. How should I approach her, as not to startle her? Breathe in. You guys carry on. I've got stuff to do. The door's over there. Hey, where's he going? Haha, wow. It's Yi Zian. March forward Ni Li. I bet Ni Li will be defeated within minutes. The class idol will ignore him. Hey, I hope Ni Li won't be hit too hard. She's reading the Book of Divine Lightning Fire? The contents after Chapter 2 are all in ancient text. I can't read any of it. Ni Li can even remember the inscriptions in it. I've always thought that I'm amongst the best in my age group. But I didn't expect there to be such a gap between us. Haha, judging by how she's reading it, she must be comparing herself to me. I know her too well. What's wrong? Are you also interested in the Book of Divine Lightning Fire? Steps back. Yes, this book is too intriguing. After skimming through it, I realized there are many places that I cannot understand. Facing Ni Li, she actually admitted she couldn't understand the book while also gracefully taking a step back. This created a friendly interaction space between them. Ni Li lost this round. She's good. This scripture uses the ancient language of the Snow Wind Empire. As the era of that empire dates quite far back, the words are difficult to understand. Black Gold Empire's language. But if you study the Black Gold Empire's language, it will be much easier. Black Gold Empire? Let's see. Before the Dark Ages, there were 3 empires with relatively complete documentation. They are named after the strongest empire: the Holy Spirit Empire era, the Snow Wind Empire era, and the Sacred Empire era. The Black Gold Empire should be a rather large one that existed during the Snow Wind Empire's era. Ni Li is so knowledgeable. He must often be reading books in the library. But learning a language just to read one book is unnecessary. Furthermore, the lightning fire category isn't suitable for your attribute. Oh? Then which technique is suitable for me? Snow wind category. How did he know that? My attribute was tested by my grandfather using a secret technique passed down through the family. It would never be leaked to outside families. Furthermore, each usage requires a large amount of soul power. With your family background, your family members definitely tested your attribute, but they never tested your soul realm's form. So the technique you are learning now might not suit you. Soul realm's form? I've never heard of it. It will only take a moment. So why don't you let me test your soul realm form? Test? If the test is the same as the one grandfather did, then there will be physical contact. Shake. No need. Hey, damn. Ni Li's been mercilessly rejected. He's in a pinch. Ha ha ha. You're overthinking it. The test is simple. All you need is a new piece of soul crystal. Concentrate your soul power into it and then I'll take a look. And be able to tell the form of your soul realm. Huh? That simple? Looks like I misunderstood Ni Li. I will be here tomorrow as well. If you want to test the form of your soul realm, you can find me here the same time, tomorrow. Normally when guys get the chance to talk to their goddess, they'll try drag out the conversation for as long as possible. But Ni Li just turned around and left? Is this the rumored hard-to-get technique? God damn. Ni Li. Yes? Oh. Ni Li wants to go, but Yi Zian called out to stop him. I underestimated him, as expected of our boss. First, was Xiao Ninger, now Yi Zian comes knocking. Your knowledge on inscriptions is very deep. I wonder if I can ask you some questions? Turn. Sure. Knowledge is meant to be shared. Shoo. These two bronze scrolls are both snow wind inscription scrolls. But no matter what I do, these two inscriptions won't activate. There seems to be a problem with the inscription, but I can't find it. There are some problems with the drawings. But it's not something that even the professors can detect. You can ask your father. He'll definitely know what's wrong with it. Ah, right. Yi Zian lost her mother at a young age, while her father is the city lord and has tons of work to do. Her grandfather is a legend-ranked expert who often has to lead expedition teams down the mountain. So naturally, she has no one to ask. In that case, if you have any questions in the future, come find me here after school. Okay. This is a snow wind bronze inscription is called Blizzard /. There's no problem with the structure of the inscription, but the quality of the scroll is the issue. An issue with the scroll quality. Whoever made this, is highly skilled in creating counterfeits. So it's understandable if an inexperienced buyer ends up buying this scroll. This inscription is written using the blood of the snow wind spiritual worm. The blood of the normal adult is a silvery gray color, but this inscription is silvery red. I'm guessing it's written using the blood of a larva. But a larva isn't strong enough, resulting in activation failure. So that's where the problem was. No wonder the professors and even the vice principal couldn't solve this. There was nothing wrong with the inscription. Ni Li could deduce this with a single glance. Don't tell me his knowledge is even greater than the vice principal's? Take a look at this then. He's not as bad as I imagined him to be. Will Yi Zian change her views on Ni Li? This is the snow wind type ice wind blizzard. It's originally a silver grade inscription. But what's left of it from the Dark Ages is an incomplete inscription. This inscription grade dropped to bronze grade after descendants tried to mend it. Huh? The Icewind Blizzard was once silver grade? How come I've never heard of that before? After being mended, there's still problems, so it will be unusable. Let's head over to the table and talk there. I want to change the structure of the inscriptions a bit. Change? How? My grandfather's a legend rank expert who can make his own inscriptions, but even he doesn't dare to carelessly modify an inscription. Hey, do you have a pen? Searching. Here. Silver horn pen? Good pen. Touch. Hand contact. Was that on purpose? I'm overthinking it. Draw. Lift. This is the complete version of the Silvergrade Icewind Blizzard inscription. It's derived from the 3 to 6 basic inscriptions method. This version is the stable version. It's twice as complex as the original, yet he took so little time to finish it. Oh. After the revisions, I actually can't understand it anymore. Let's put it away for now. I'll find someone to make it into a scroll when I return. They actually started talking. Yi Zian asked Ni Li about cultivation and inscriptions. Awesome. Pop out. Ni Li, thank you for your explanations. Don't forget our promise. Stands up. See you same place tomorrow. I won't leave until you come. Hee, our first meeting and we talked for quite a bit. The result isn't bad. Time to leave. Appears. Shen Yu? What did Zian talk to you about just now? Let go of me, or I won't be so nice.